Welcome back, you guys. Week 8 has barely begun, and we've already seen some great games, and of course we have 4 more to come. But first, I am joined here in the interview lounge by Voidle, the brand new support for Gambit Gaming. And Voidle, let me start off by asking you about the game versus Evil Geniuses, as it didn't go very well for you guys. So what went wrong?
Yes, it didn't go very well. We picked our early or mid-game team comp. We wanted to snowball before they can get their vein really fed. Not to mention they had something like Kassadin and Zac that can just jump in and instant kill one of us. That's why I picked Lulu. So we were doing fine in the early game. We were zoning their bot lane, and Alex was out farming, and Diamond and Darian were doing quite fine. Sadly, Genja got baited a little bit too hard, and they got the first turret. It still wasn't the fatal thing for us. We tried to get some fights at the Drake, which didn't sadly happen. We did get one at the fourth one, but at that point it was just too late, and the failed calls that we made during the game ultimately cost us the game.
Yeah, some stuff to work on for your next games. But for you personally, after the first games with Gambit, how are you feeling in the team and playing in front of an LCS crowd? We know that Darker, when he came in, he did very good with the stress. How are you dealing with that?
Well, my first game was, let's say so, very disappointing. My second one was, I'd like to say perfect, but I did some minor mistakes that I could improve. After that, we started talking a lot and improved in scrims. And before coming to today's game, I thought we couldn't lose to Ichi. Well, it did sadly happen, so that means we need to practice even more. And I don't know, Darker just didn't have the synergy with Genja. It isn't necessarily a problem with him. Genja is a very difficult AD to play with.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that, of course, coming to that. Is it something, a problem in communication, or what is it that's hard in working together with Genja?
Genja plays a very different AD carry than the others do. Usually AD carries pick their AD carry to carry the game. Genja just picks the AD carry to support either Alex or Darian to carry the game. It usually does go so, but like in this game, there were no kills by the minute of 8, 9, 10, I'm not sure. And we decided to go aggressive, which didn't go well.
Now, rather than Genja alone, of course, you come into a team of 4 guys who've been playing together for a long time, and you're quite vocal and opinionated. How is it to come into that team of people who have been playing together for so long and then being kind of the new kid in the lineup?
Yes, it was very weird. They played differently than other teams. I had to adapt like a week or 2 before I finally understood how Gambit wants to play the game. And I think I'm doing fine at the moment.
What of a difference do you think there is in lane now that you are in a matchup with Genja? Do you think you're more aggressive then? Do you think you're more passive? Do you make plays yourself more?
Well, for example, I don't think Genja would ever have picked Twitch with Darker. We discussed a lot in Trident and Scrims, which was quite successful for us. Well, sadly it didn't go today like that.
And is there a specific lane that you say, this is my favorite lane matchup, I want Genja to play that champion and I play that one, and then we'll pretty much beat everyone?
I like it when Genja plays Varus and I get Sona. We can just poke everyone and be safe even if the jungler comes. We can just either disengage or harass the enemy bot lane so much that the jungler has to back off.
So a couple of more questions. How much do you learn? Of course you come from solo queue. How much do you learn being on an actual pro team? How much have you picked up in the last couple of weeks?
I've picked up a lot. Solo queue is a lot different. In solo queue, for example, people don't usually lane swap, and you have to take that into consideration when you make your picks. Also, the warding and system is also different. There's a lot of mind play when it comes to de-warding and baiting the enemy.
Of course, with the playoffs inside, the games that are coming up are so incredibly important. You guys have NIP and Lemon Dogs you still have to play this weekend. What's the main thing you have to take in account when playing those teams?
We have to stay very focused because I personally think they're one of the stronger teams in the LCS. We can't afford to make mistakes like we did today. Otherwise, we're going to end up in a really bad situation when it comes to the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Voidle, and good luck in your upcoming matches. And as for us, we're going to be back over to our